Welcome to Fermentation and Fitness. We got a really cool recipe. Unfortunately, we had to come inside today due to the fact that it's pouring rain outside and our kitchen is outside. So we're just gonna bring this inside here today. It's a beautiful Sunday, great day for doing some fermented foods. And today we got something really cool. It's very simplistic, the wonderful thing called beets. So before we get started, we got some really simplistic ingredients here. We got, of course, salt, which we will definitely be using for the fermentation process. We're gonna naturally ferment it with sea salt. We got a mixture here of bay leaves, we got coriander, we got some cloves in there, and of course some peppercorns, delicious garlic. We got 6 pieces of garlic, sitting on 8 beets here. This is what our project looked like before. This is what it's ultimately gonna turn into. As you can see, this has been fermenting for quite a few months. It's quite delicious, and this is what we're going for. Beets are fantastic for you. They are high in iron, they're high in vitamin B, they are anti-cancer, they help with digestion, they help with brain function, athletic performance, and fermenting them makes them absolutely delicious. And what I've done is I've already actually pre-snipped the bottom and top off, both the root and the stem. Some people will actually take the skin and remove it off. I don't really feel the need. There's some there's some benefits to having the fibers on some of your vegetables, so I just leave them on, and quite frankly, when it's sitting there and saturating, it's not gonna make much of a difference during the fermentation process. And truth be told, it's a good way to avoid getting red hands. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna cut the beet into chunks about that yay big, maybe about 1/4 inch. And what I do is I like to just kind of have a piece that's pretty desirable, something you can go in the fridge, grab real quick, have a quick snack, and grab a few pieces, or just add it on a salad, do whatever the hell you want with it. All right, so we got all the beets cut here. If you're wondering, why the hell is there a green towel there? Well, truth be told, the green towel holds the cutting board in place. So we got our beets there, real simple. We're gonna take the jar. What we've done is we've already put together, I boiled some water with some salt. It's cooled down to room temperature. We're gonna use a little bit of that. We're just gonna fill in the bottom there and grab the salt. We got 1 tablespoon of salt. The salt, that's what's gonna help it ferment. What I do is I just kind of put it in there, shake it around. It's gonna start to slowly dissolve, and it'll actually dissolve over time. We got, I'm gonna throw 6 chunks of garlic inside. Boom, and then we got our mixture of bay leaves, coriander, there's cloves in there, and a little bit of peppercorn. We'll throw that inside. Got our mixture in there, good to go. That's gonna give it a ton of different flavor. And then just start stuffing it full of beets. Jam that down, make sure you push it down a little bit, get those in there. There we go, fat chance avoiding getting your hands red. After we got that inside there, we're just gonna start to add some water in there. So what I've done is I've already got a little bit of pre-brine here. Just gonna fill that up. This has got to be the slowest way to do it. All right, boom, so you got that, you're good to go. Everything is saturated in a salty brine. What you're gonna do, just fill it right to the top. The reason you wanna fill it to the top because it's gonna start to ferment over the next couple days. Again, I never put the lid on tight. I just gently put it on there, and I pretty much just do that. I'm able to still jiggle it. I'm not sealing it. The whole idea of sealing it right now isn't gonna allow it to off-gas. And truth be told, if you seal it, the pressure from the fermentation is actually gonna make it go kaboom, and you're gonna have beet juice all over the place. And trust me, this stuff stains. All right, so what I'm gonna show you guys is the difference between fermented beets and what your beets look like today that you just finished. So if you look on the top there, it's obviously quite clear. There's a bit of coriander on the top. This one, when you watch, this has been fermenting for literally, I think about 2 months now. So once you release the lid, ooh, you hear that little bit of gas? See what happens is it actually starts to froth. What we wanna do is make sure that does not spill everywhere. That is fermented to the nines. So this is like a laboratory, Bill Nye the Science Guy we got going on here. So as you can see, this stuff's been fermenting for quite some time. It's been sealed. There was obviously some pressure inside there. That pressure is now obviously exposing itself to air for the first time ever. So maybe when you open your beets in a few months, you want to make sure that you do it in an area where you have a towel down or have a sink nearby, because as you can see, it's going to be like putting baking soda and vinegar together. You're going to get a rocket ship. So there you go. Once that's, let's try that. Let's try one of those. There you go. There's one of our beets right there. It's been fermenting for about 2 months. Absolutely delicious. They're pretty soft at this point. So as you can see, you don't need to pre-boil or pre-bake your beets. Those are incredibly soft. Very pickly. There's clearly more pickle juice in that. But that's absolutely fantastic, and that's really easy to add to a salad. Just eat on the go, put on the side of your plate, and just enjoy another fermented option.